We made it to Tuesday. You guys did an amazing job yesterday using your base 10 blocks to identify how many tens were in a number. Today, we're going to be working a little backwards. So let's read our I can statement so that you guys can see what Mr. Nieves is talking about. Repeat after me. I can identify a number by counting base 10 blocks. Before we dive into it, I want you guys to think about what our I can statement is saying. We're going to identify or recognize or tell a number by counting base 10 blocks. So the question is, am I going to give you the number today, or am I going to draw the base 10 blocks? Yes, I will be drawing the base 10 blocks today. And let's remember, when we draw a base 10 blocks, is this how we draw it? No. We draw it like a rectangle. Because later on, you guys are going to see that we're going to have to actually use the space inside. So make sure you're practicing drawing your base 10 blocks like this and not like this. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be counting our base 10 blocks. And you are going to have to guess the number. It's going to be kind of like a game. I'm going to think of a number. I'm going to show you what the picture looks like. And you have to tell me what that number is. Before we jump into it, I want you guys to take a look at our definitions just to remember what place value, base 10 blocks, and our tens place means. So when we see a base 10 block, why is it important for us to count by tens and not by ones? If I was to draw this on the board, if I counted it by ones, I would say 1, 2. But is this demonstrating? Remember yesterday we learned that word demonstrating. Is this demonstrating or showing 2? Or is it showing 20? Which one do you think this is showing? Yes, it is showing 20. It's important for us to count this by tens because if we count it by ones, it changes the value. And we do not want to change the value because if we change the value, then we get the wrong answer. So whenever we count base 10 blocks, we count them by tens, not by ones. Also, we count them by tens because if you remember from yesterday, inside of these are actually 10 invisible single cubes. And we want to make sure that we are giving it its full value. So when you go to count your base 10 blocks, make sure you are counting them by, yes, by tens. We're going to get ready to play our game. This is not a guessing game. This is a counting game because if you count the correct number of base 10 blocks by tens, then you will get the correct answer. Give me a second. I'm going to put them up on the board and just notice that I drew my base 10 blocks as rectangles and not just lines. You need to practice that as well. It's going to help us in the future, I promise. Although I don't have a numeric number on the board, I can identify what number I am showing or demonstrating on the board. How will I do that? Am I going to guess? Or will I use my counting method to identify the number that is being represented? Yes, I'm going to count. Am I going to count by ones or will I count by tens? Awesome. I will count each of these by tens. Count with me. 10, 20. And you know what? Let me start again because I get confused sometimes when I'm counting. So I like using the crossing out strategy to make sure that I count each one. So let's start that again. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Awesome. So my base 10 blocks is representing the number 60. Is this how I write the number 60? A 0 in the tens place and a 6 in the ones place? No, that is not how I write the number 60. It is important that we write our numbers in the correct place values, because if we don't put them in the correct position, it changes how much it is worth. So I'm going to put my tens and my ones. How many ones do I have here? 0 ones. How many tens did I have here? Well, in the number 60, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Does 60 match with 60? I said that I have 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both numbers are matching. Now I want to do some more examples. Just give me a second. I like to call this my bonus round. I have 2 different sets of tens. One is represented by the pink, and the other one is represented by that bluish color. So let's work with our pink one first. Remember, when I count, I like to cross out as I count. My tens place should have a number in it, because I only see base 10 blocks, which means that in my ones place, I should have the number 0, because 0 means nothing. So let's count. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. How will I write the number 70? A 7 in the tens place and a 0 in the ones place. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 base 10 blocks that I crossed out, which means that I have drawn 7 tens. And I don't have anything left over, so I don't have any ones. I want you to do the next one. You're going to count it as I cross it out, which means that Mr. Nieves is going to have a bubble in his mouth as you guys are counting. And then I need you to scream as loud as you can the number that is being represented. Ready? Begin. What was the number? Oh, I need you to scream it louder. Yes, the number was 90. If you counted, you would have recognized that we had 9 tens drawn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I crossed out 9 base 10 blocks. And when I count my base 10 blocks, I count them 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90 is matching how many base 10 blocks I have here. Today, when you guys go to work, you are only going to see the base 10 blocks, and you have to identify what number is the base 10 blocks representing. Great job today.